Hey everyone, my name is Lori Borg and I'm going to be talking to you about technology-based assessment and differentiation for Cobb County. So Cobb County has a diverse student population, and this includes students that speak another language, different learning needs, and different socioeconomic situations. So how can we effectively and efficiently differentiate and assist these students, yet not make more work for the teachers? And the answer is to use technology. The first program I'd like to talk to you about is called Reading A to Z, and it's a great tool for reading, and it focuses on comprehension, fluency, and vocabulary. It is good for all grade levels in elementary schools, and the students are given a login and a password, and they can pick from a variety of online books to read. The differentiation is embedded into the program as students are assigned a reading level that fits their individual needs, and that's done by the teacher, and often she can look at their lexile and determine what level they need to be on. The great thing about Reading A to Z is that books are offered in English and Spanish. So this will help our ESOL learners. They can listen to the book in Spanish and then go on to the English version to help them understand the words. Reading A to Z also addresses multiple learning styles with audio, visual, and musical aspects. So each time they pull up a book, there's 3 things they have to do before they can move on. They look at the book because it has pictures for them to see, and then the book is read to them and they follow along, and then they can read the book. And then there's often videos and musical videos that go along with the books. Assessment is embedded, and motivation is provided through earning star stickers to build a robot. So they have little quizzes that they complete after doing these 3 things on the book, looking at it, having it read to them, and then reading it for themselves, and then they move on to a quiz. And so they do that and they can earn stars for finishing, and they get to go in and build a robot, which they really enjoy. The pros and cons of Reading A to Z. The con is that Reading A to Z does cost money. It's not extraordinary, but it is money. The pros are that it's easily accessible from home on any type of device. They can use any internet-enabled device in order to sign on. And the student, parent, and teacher, it's secure with logins. And I love the teacher data and the information that guides instruction that's given after they complete the quizzes. It tells you specifically what their strengths and weaknesses are. So it really does give you a lot of information to drive your instruction. Plickers is the next one I'm going to talk about, and it's a great technology, and it is a downloadable app. And the students are all given a card that's on cardstock, and it looks almost like a QR code. And around the QR code on each side, there's a letter A, B, C, and D. When the teacher asks the class a question, the students turn the letter to the top that they want to answer with, and then the teacher scans the room with the device and reads everybody's code. After everyone has answered, the teacher can reveal the correct answer and how many students were correct and incorrect. And students are instructed also, I tell my class not to yell out the answers because it kind of gives away the whole trying to assess each individual, so you can't really get a good reading. And that's kind of the thing I didn't like about thumbs up or thumbs down, or if they're writing something on a whiteboard, they can kind of look around and see what everyone else is doing. But this one, all the codes look different, so they don't know who's holding what letter at the top. So it's very individualized. This gives the teacher immediate feedback on how the class is doing. I mean, right there while she's teaching. And so then she can adjust instruction Or she can also address individual needs in small group, because she can go back and look at the reports and see who answered what. If maybe only a couple people answered it wrong and she doesn't want to, continue to address that whole class, then she knows whose code is assigned to what student and can go and remediate with them in small group. This would also be great for a pre-assessment on anything that you're doing. You could go ahead and do the plickers and see who already has the concept or the standard and can be extended beyond that for depth of knowledge. The great thing about plickers is that it is free, so there's no cost to the school system. And what I really like about this is that you can do it with one device in your room. So just the teacher needs to have a device, and I typically even use my smartphone, but you can use an iPad or whatever you have the app downloaded onto, and you don't have to worry about the kids having to have a device. The next one I'm going to talk to you about is Spiral AC, and this is another free web tool. It's a Web 2.0 tool. It involves the collaboration of the students along with assessment. The students log in by using a code that's provided to them, and they can log in on anything that's a web device that can access the web. So again, if you have a BYOD classroom, the kids can use their phones or iPads or computers, whatever you have. So when you go into Spiral AC, there's actually three different types of assessments you can do. But what I really like about Spiral AC is that you can group the students, and you can either do that randomly, or if you need to make sure some people aren't in a group together, you can move them around. And then the computer randomly assigns a leader for each group. The students can work together to answer questions or research a topic that the teacher has given them, and they will submit, each person can submit videos, or they can write text, or they can type text, links, and they can also put pictures, and the leader of the group actually drags and drops things that are presented by the other students into a PowerPoint slide. The teacher can also see who contributed what in each group to help with that remediation or extension, or to even see who was goofing off and not really, giving their best. After the presentations are all done by each group, then the teacher can allow for the presentations to the class. And I love that, because not a lot of web-based tools have a good collaboration part to them. So this is something where they can work together. And each person doesn't have to have a device. You can actually just make sure that each group has a device, and you can do it that way. So it gives you the option of doing one-to-one or by groups. So Lazier stated, Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences provides a theoretical foundation for recognizing the different abilities and talents of students. This theory acknowledges that while all students may not be verbally or mathematically gifted, children may have an expertise in other areas such as music, spatial relations, or interpersonal knowledge. Approaching and assessing learning in this manner allows a wider range of students to successfully participate in classroom learning. And that's what I really love about using technology for assessing students. There's such a wide range so that you can meet all the needs of the different styles of learning. Wolf stated, since the influence of testing on curriculum instruction is now widely acknowledged, educators, policymakers, and others are turning to alternative assessment methods as tools for educational reform. The movement away from traditional multiple choice tests to alternative assessments, variously called authentic assessments or performance assessments, has included a wide variety of strategies. These assessment strategies have led to quests for more meaningful assessments, which better capture the significant outcomes we want students to achieve and better match the kind of tasks which they will need to accomplish in order to assure their future success. And I think involving technology in any type of assessment gets the students excited. Sometimes they don't even know they're being assessed. And I know in Wolf's quote, he's also addressing problem-based learning or inquiry-based learning, which would also be able to involve technology. But I think doing different assessments through technology gives these kids that away from the paper pencil typical assessment that a lot of times they don't do very well on because they know they're being assessed. Gardner stated, good assessment information provides accurate estimates of student performance and enables teachers or other decision makers to make appropriate decisions. So in today's techie society, Cobb County needs to make sure we continue to meet the individualized needs of our students. These 3 examples of the differentiation and assessments that I've shown you today, they're just the tip of the iceberg of technology that can be used to help teachers and students meet different languages, learning styles, and socioeconomic needs. I appreciate your time today. Thank you.